Yeah. How you doing? So I'm at a bar that's just about to go out of business. I'm here with my buddy, and I don't really drink, and I've had two cocktails, and I'm what would call buzzed. I wouldn't drive a car now. So uh, how you guys doing? Let's get rid of all these clowns here. Close them all. So I'm ready for your. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Alban. I'm at this bar. And this is the last night it's open, and it's kind of going to close because the owner is a dick. He treats everyone like this. So he went from having this place always full to having no one here because he's a dick. And that's pretty much the world view as we know it, right? Are you a dick or are you a human being? You know? Now, I'm a little drunk, so this is your Sensei Al Bob, just a little drunk. And I was around my friends, who definitely have their. This guy over there is totally about God, and God talks to him, and he knows what's going on. But God, so that's all good. Good luck with that. I myself just try to keep God's unconditional love in my heart and God's and Jesus's unconditional forgiveness in my head. So, yeah. I'll be right back. Have fun. Hey. So, Janie Pooh, good to see you. No, it's not from the other room. It's right from here. It's just that I'm up in the corner, like I said. This place used to always be full of people. This is a college town, right? It's 30,000, and the guy is such a dick. It's just a hard case alcoholics. And I just read all of their poems, and half of them were like, "Oh, that's amazing." The other half were like, "Oh, don't tell me this." So there's I'm a rocket man. Well, that's me, baby. I'm a rocket man. So, have any of you guys ever watched Chris Hedges? YouTube just took him off. One of the more interesting guys there is. Took him off. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Be a long time. And I think it's not. No. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. That's the one. Connected. That's good. Okay. See if there's anything on the old. Trinity manager, Karen, work. Come on to Christ, JC. Yeah. Let's see what his B-boy say. It's a guy who actually thinks he knows what's going on.
Do this 15-second Japanese ritual before bed to shrink it almost immediately. Dr. Nima Sharifi was awarded $1 million for his paradigm-shifting discovery on the cause of a swollen prostate and a simple 15-second
swollen prostate. I don't have one.
George Callas, professor of political science.
Oh, this guy's cool. I like this guy.
Thank you so much for joining us. A lovely study. I see behind your excellent taste. Let's start in a way where we left off when we spoke next week. Here in Britain, if not the general public, though most of the general public have, but the entire political class, the entire political apparatus, the entire media, all the organs of the state, the football authorities, everybody has gone.
Hello. This is only my second
no one
cocktail.
can quite explain why. When you ask them if you ever won
Thank you,
colours of
Princess.
Yemen, in
So which are
solidarity
nice
with
and
the
mayonnaise
millions who've been killed there by British and American weapons, by our closest ally in the Middle East,
That's right.
Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, or any other of the conflicts that we've lived through this last 22 years or so. No one can quite explain what it is that's special about Ukrainians. Is it the same, first of all, in the United States? Down on the street, I mean.
Oh.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to the
Let's
show.
see your palm. Man, you're right.
I'm happy to be with you while you're doing
Well, you're an
this
interesting
with
girl.
an audience.
Meaning, no one knows you.
The subject of
You
our
aren't
discussion
what you seem to be.
is U.S. propaganda
Everything
and
about you
and I should
is
have
like
policy.
sideways. You put
The
it back
simple
up.
story.
See how you put
I
your
think it's interesting what's happening in
So
UK
put it back.
is being echoed
No, I'm telling you what it's
back
because
and forth
you're an honest girl, but you never,
and
ever
basically
spill the
we're
beans.
both being
Right? And
essentially
you're a bit
drowned in
passive aggressive.
lies and hypocrisy
But
today, and that
people
goes
don't
on
know
there
that.
for bad
They think
as
you're
well.
sweet. I mean, they only know that because you're going off the cliff and the brake lines have been cut.
We have
And
an
it never
opportunity
points to
to
you.
long
A
story.
lot of deja vu, big time deja vu.
Sad story.
All the time.
The U.S. national
I read
security
everything.
and propaganda
Let's see this out here.
ideological operations with the United Nations.
You waste smart. You're so smart. You act stupid.
So, the Homeland Security
But that's because you're so smart.
based on
No, you want to be under the radar. You're totally the under radar girl. And the one thing that keeps you from being a sociopath is that you are very yes, very right there, right on that line. But
there's nothing
empathy
new
because you've been through a lot of shit. And most people don't, you don't tell people you're
stranglehold
You've been through it.
on the American
So when you see other people, you're
with
empathetic.
regard to domestic and foreign
And that
policy,
empathy
which
allows
is
you
this
to
discussion.
cut
Now,
most people who you would murder. Because you cut them a break enough to realize they're not worth your time to kill them. Right? So you have this very interesting dynamic going on what are you studying here at App State? Because you wouldn't be in this fucked up town. unless you were going- So, okay, this is what I'm telling you. I have a master's in psychology, right? And I said, right, yep. And so you need to get, if you want to follow this path,
if you will. And there are many of them. Yes.
you need to get an
The
MSW
first casualty
right away.
is the truth.
Where are you now?
Being
Sophomore,
very
junior,
simple,
senior?
it's the truth is to
Right now,
and I like
you can find the best
these
juniors
are our techniques.
have them be your mentor.
How the system works.
Have them,
So for
okay, so if you got a good mentor, have them send you to another school for your senior year. Primarily, you should go to some place like Oxford.
Historical records.
No, you are that smart. You are. You don't see that is the weakest link. You put yourself down. You've been through things that you believe the shit that people have told you. You don't have to believe. You know who you are. He is. You know.
Historical record.
That's why we're having this conversation, girlfriend.
Some of those things nobody's ever said to me. Like people I just spent
And I just read you like a frigging book, eating French fries.
That's really special. I wish I had your thing. Honestly. Somebody wants you to read their palm.
Coming by. I'm still with this girl.
That was so cool. Wasn't it? I want to do that. Like, he reads it. Somebody wants you to read their palm.
Bring them here. So what you need to do is, you have your phone on you? Go to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Albab and subscribe. That's my YouTube channel. Dreamy Dreamland. Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Albab, right? And you can also take my email and you can send me your hand again and I'll be more in depth, right?
Is this you?
Yep, that's me.
Oh my God.
So subscribe. Right, so I have about 1,200 to 2,000 shows that'll blow your freaking mind.
I would love that.
I
have
only
no idea.
live, you know where 321 towards Johnson City is, right? I live there.
Okay.
So when it becomes spring, summertime, we will get to know each other on email.
That is
So what are you going to do after this place? You're about to lose your job here.
Well, I have a job, a second job that is at the parade where I'm cleaning rooms. So I'm doing that, and it pays pretty good actually. It's just a lot of work. So I still have that job. But I want to work serving somewhere else too.
Well, not serving like this. You need to get a job. Plus, food is
Oh,
a.
you mean like,
Can you grab me? Yes. Oh, right there.
that was brand new.
You need, because what you really need to do. So I was a itinerant scholar for 30 years. I got paid to go to school,
Yeah.
study, meaning I didn't just get a scholarship. They paid me to go to school.
Yeah, I have a friend like that.
And I have a master's degree in social work, which is the degree you need. If you want to do this, you need that degree.
Yeah.
And I only got it because I was running a program, and my boss said, you know, you're running this program, you have no degrees whatsoever. So he just opened up a drawer. Now you have a degree in this. Now you have a degree in this. Now you have a degree in this. So it backed him up. And that shows how important those freaking degrees are. Zero, right? You should not pay money for it, right? But the one degree, if you get a master's in social work, will allow you to do anything you want to do. I mean, if you can set up your own shingle, you can work in whatever, right? Any other counseling, any of that shit, you'll be stuck. And some asshole will be telling you what to do. You need to be your own boss. What sign are you, astrology? Of course. So,
To be honest, I don't mind. I don't always want to listen to people, but they don't really get to me if somebody's
no,
an asshole.
but when you need to, this you need to solder into your brain. From this point on, you should not be involved with anything or anyone who doesn't need you more than you need them. So you're born February what? I'm born February 5th.
Really?
Yeah, we're both Aquarians. And not only that, we are Aquarians.
Yes, early Aquarius.
Right. So we're not Capricorn, we're not Sagittarius, we're Aquarian.
Yeah.
And that is a sign that no one understands whatsoever. Now, one side wants to worship you like a god. The other want to kill you. Right? And that's why you are so nondescript. You're hiding in plain sight.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's you. You're hiding in plain sight. Me, I'm a cheeky monkey. And I had this, assignment, blessing, curse, whatever you want to call it.
I'd say it's a blessing.
Right. No, it's definitely a blessing. But basically, I got paid very well to constantly just stick my finger in people's eyes so they would go, ah! And I would get them past that place where they couldn't get past. Like if there was a corporate thing or this thing or that thing. And I did very well by that until it was taken over by an app. All of this shit is being replaced by an app. Right. So I am like 75 years old. You are like 22, right? 20. So you got a whole life. So you really need to figure out how to. And the only person who can navigate this is an Aquarian. You are lucky, and you are really good at hiding.
He said he wants you to sit over there.
Right, sit over there. So the bottom line is, what's your name? Megan. Ow.
He's on live. Hey.
Yes. Yeah, Megan. So again, go check me out on Dreamy Dreamland. Write it down or put it on your phone. Yeah, put it in there. Subscribe. And my contract. Yep, that's it. Yep, subscribe. I don't normally, me asking for French fries. I came to you because I know you could hear what I was going to say. I don't waste my time on just anybody.
I really appreciate that. That's really awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll see you again. Okay, so let's see your palm. This is the hand you write with, right? Put it up like that. You know why we do this? Because when you do this, you know why they put your hand on the Bible, they swear? Yeah. It's because your phalanges do a thing to a point where you can't lie. You can try and lie, but you're not going to do as good as you could do. So when I say, the hand you write with, put it up like this, it opens you up to a place where I can see what's going on rather than you lying in plain sight. So, well, again, everyone I've read so far, no one here is what they seem to be. And that's you to the max. What sign are you astrologically?
Excuse me?
What sign are you astrologically?
Sagittarius.
You're Sag. So a Sag is a really interesting sign because they're right around Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and then what's the next sign on the other side of you?
Libra.
Libra. So that is the most organized and the most psychotic.
Shit. Hell yeah.
So you are between
Yes.
being the most organized
Yes.
to being the most psychotic
Yes.
that you can be. And actually, I pretty good friends.
Well, they gave you mayonnaise too.
Oh, I have.
I do. I eat my refrigerator. Yeah.
We know it's right.
It's the only way.
The only way. So you're real close to that. No, you never let anyone know how you feel or anything. The girl we see is not you. You are totally an enigma. But you have these character traits that you throw out there, like to distract people, right? And when you were younger, you were a hot chick, so you threw that out there. And you love watching guys fall all over themselves, and then you just turn around and walk away.
Oh my god.
No, you have a real strong will.
Huh?
Strong will,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and you can basically accomplish whatever you put your mind to.
Yep.
Now, the problem is, the last 20 or 30 years, You know, it's like you've gotten bored. You're almost waiting to die.
Oh.
You gotta wake freaking up, girlfriend. Go have a good time. You need to get out of this place. This is a death hole. Boone is a death hole. These mountains are a death hole.
Yes, I'm gonna agree with that. I don't know
Yeah.
if that pertains to her, but I know it pertains to me. Shit. Yes.
It pertains to every fucking person here. That's why I live. Like, you know where Elks Mills is on 321, going towards Butler? You know Butler? You know Lake Watoga? It's the biggest freaking TVA lake there is. It's just right over there.
Oh, Watauga Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live about a mile from it, right on 321. I live on a dead gated community. You know, they started in 79, went broke in 80. And it's on a cliff. Every house is on a cliff. What moron would buy that? I bought the Hollow. That's the hottest place. I cleaned it all out. Quite nice. So you need to find that place where you feel safe. Now, I've been in that place and other places because my skill set took me around the world. For 20 years, I was a basic itinerant scholar. I traveled all over the world looking at things for people, and they did quite well. Now that is all taken away. And hey, Christian.
Oh, he's not bartending.
Oh, you're off the clock. Okay,
Okay.
never mind. I didn't need one. I still have that much left. I'm a slow drunk.
You're good.
Anyway, so you need to be re-invitalized, and it
Yes.
won't be caused by someone else, some man, some girl, something. You have to revitalize yourself, and you have to go someplace where you feel good about being there. You don't really feel good about being there. You like these people, you like it, but they're closing. You know, all the places they used to hang, they're closed. They're gone. How long you been here?
Only 7 years.
I was here in the late 70s, early 80s. And downtown, there's this hill where these houses are on the hill. And they used to call it Hippie Hill. And I rent one, and I was the first hippie. And I wasn't a hippie. I was a flower child. Because hippies shoot heroin in their hip. Right? So,
I was a flower child.
you were wrong. I can tell. So, I was a itinerant scholar. I was doing research here. I was lecturing. So I wasn't a moron trying to be a professor or get my tenure. I'd be paid by somebody else to be here to do this, and this. And so I was there. It was the summertime. And this town was a beautiful place. It was like you could smell the honeysuckle and the roses. And that school only had 800 kids instead of 30,000. And they were all kids who wanted to be teachers and make a difference. Not stupid morons who just want to go hiking and skiing. And anyway, I rented one of those houses and I turned it into a coffee shop. There was no place to have coffee. And I met this girl that was her life, was the coffee bean. She knew everything about the ester, and she was a chemist. We had a coffee house. And she had the best freaking coffee, and I made Irish scones. And we would have poetry and music, and there was a porch, and all the bands would just be on the porch and play out into town. And that was 1989, 1990. And from that point on, this is what, they built a concrete plant on one side of town and an asphalt plant, and all you can smell now is not flowers, but diesel from those buses, right? So, anyway, I used to also do the same thing at ETSU, and I would drive up and down 321. I had a banker in Irwin. I said to him, hey, what real estate on 321 do you have that you want to get rid of? Oh, I got a place for you. And I bought these 3 lots on this gated community in 2003. From 2003 until 2020, it was like heaven. All the birds came there, all the animals. There was a bear who would come and visit me. I would scratch his head. It was actually a mama bear. And since the rich have moved in, all the animals are gone. It makes no sound whatsoever. So I'm out of here. I'm gone. Some rich person comes and gives me a big check. I'm see ya, bye. That's you. You need to get the frick out of here. How old are you? 60 what?
60, I'll be 67.
Right. Still a young girl. What did you used to do?
What did I used to do?
Yeah.
I was a teacher,
What did you teach?
pre-K and kindergarten for 30 years. And now I'm an assistant manager at Walmart.
And you still get being a teacher, do you have, they give you a,
Pension?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you got your pension, you got your Walmart. The thing about Walmart, you could almost go anywhere. You should go into the Walmart, upper Elgin. Say, I want out of here. Where do you need me? You know what I can do. Where can I go?
I've been offered different states.
You should go. Get the back out of here. This place is going to kill you. Because it's toxic, physically toxic, emotionally toxic, and it's not rewarding you with anything. You're just holding the space. You need to get the back out. So go back to them and say, so where do they offer you a place to go?
South Carolina.
Any place else?
Huh?
Any place else?
No.
So South Carolina, it's pretty flat. Now, do you like the mountains or do you like where would you want to live? You want to live in a coast? You want to live in a
I come
mountain?
from the coast, so I've lived on the coast.
Where did you live?
In Ocean City.
Okay. But Ocean City is so Ocean City
I lived on the East Coast, yeah.
because,
I didn't live right in Ocean City, but outside of Ocean City.
with your career as a teacher, you could go to New Orleans. That whole coast, not the city, but all those parishes there. They're all looking for teachers, and they all got money from the federal government to try to snap them up. So you should figure. So okay, here we go. Hold my hand. Close your eyes. Breathe real deep. Out. Deeper. And out. Deeper. Okay. Now you're hearing this bar and all these people talking. The boss is saying, but you are drifting away into your higher consciousness. See yourself in your higher consciousness. See yourself where you want to be. See it clearly. It doesn't have to be the place that you've been before. It doesn't have to be anything except where you want to be. See it clearly. Really get a good sense of where it is. See it clearly. See everything about it. See it clearly. And one, you're in a deep state of relaxation. Two, you're in a deep state of relaxation. You're no longer here. You're in your Akashic records. It's a place you can see everything about your spirit, not your soul. Your soul is just a servant. Your body is just a avatar. See yourself clearly. See it clearly. See where you want to be. See it clearly. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I do, you will see clearly where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you want to fit in. 3, 2, 1. You're back here now. So you went there, right? I saw you there. I saw you in your Akashic record. You were like, what the fuck is this place? You can go that anytime you want and see everything about the spirit, all your past lives, everything about you. So what was the kind of feeling you got to where you want to go next?
To travel.
Exactly. Right? To not be in any singular place.
Nope, just to travel.
So there are a lot of really interesting, you should go online and look up NGOs, non-governmental offices, you know, Doctors Without Borders. There's thousands of different entities looking for people like you. And you could go to any place you wanted to go. You don't have to go to a war zone. You could go to Ireland. You could go to Sweden. You could go to, I mean, they are looking to, you know, weave this global kind of more human. And you have a really good perspective. Coming from America, coming from these mountains, coming from being a teacher, you could bring them something that they don't know. And you have to put yourself in a perspective of, from this point on, whoever you're going to go work for, they need you more than you need them. Otherwise, you're just going to be a slave. And that's what you are at Walmart. You know, they pay you fair, but just that's fair. What do they pay you an hour? $20?
I get 25.
Yeah, 25.
26. No, 26 now.
Which was a joke. How many hours do you put in there a week?
Only 40.
Okay, no, that's not that bad, but it's still a joke. Just think if you had a family, even with that salary, you couldn't afford to.
Right. My
Right?
kids are all grown.
Right. So you're all by yourself. You got a cat or a dog or whatever, but that's about it, right? But you are one catastrophe from not being able to pay that. They don't really give you health care. They say they do, but not really. You know? So what you need to do is for the rest of your life, you need to embrace this concept of the we in me. No, your life isn't about you. And your life has never been about you. It's always been about the most happy you were when you were the most we and me. When you had this, when you were a teacher community, when you were a school community, that's when you were your happiest. You got any kids?
Yep, 3.
We're all grown up?
Yep,
Got grandkids?
6.
Okay, so that's all taken care of, and you have no real responsibility to them,
Nope.
right?
Well,
So
my husband passed away.
there you go. So that you need to, like tomorrow or tonight when you go home, go online. I mean, I live in the woods. I have no access to anything except the radio, and even that is sketchy. I have to come to a place like this to look at the internet. And this town, like I said, I used to teach here in the late 70s, 80s. It was a really interesting town. It is a dead place.
Yeah, it's not nothing here right now.
There's nothing. It's a walking dead. I met this one guy who was a literary professor, and we talked. He's an interesting young guy. And he wants to be a tenured professor. That's his thing. He wants to be. I told him, forget about it. It's like a dead end. Anyway, but he wants to be published, right? And he's literary, so he needs to write a novel or poems or something. Right? So I've been doing that for 60 years. So I send him all the stuff I've been published. He's scared to talk to me. And it is a shame. I thought he was okay. Here's an interesting guy. Maybe I'll be able to help him out. No, he's scared to talk to me. Like, oh my God, if I even think about that, I won't be able to.
Won't be able to do it.
Yeah, he won't be able to be a slave. Yes, you're right. He won't be able to be a slave. No. And those guys over there, I went to the President School about 10 years ago. And they wrote this whole kind of outline how they could turn the App State into Harvard, into a literary, into a really scholarly, amazing place, right? But they had the money, they got the assets, they got the resources. And the president of the school said, yeah, that's a good idea. But you have to realize that even though I'm the president, I don't control this place. I'm just a poster boy.
Right.
And I say, yeah, of course I know. So what I want is you to call up the police and say, hey, this guy's going to stroll through our campus. Don't arrest him. Don't shoot him. I went around and he sent an email saying, "There's this interesting guy. He might knock on your door. You should talk to him because he's given me an opportunity to look at a way to take your school, and I need your feedback on it." Every single one of those morons, "You want my job?" No, they're like 22. I'm 72. I said, "No, sorry, don't want your job. I'm giving you an opportunity here to expand your freaking life. Maybe get a life." And not a single one of them. Yeah.
They
And
get
the-
stuck in the rut.
So you're in a place, a great opportunity, and that you're not quite stuck.
No, I'm not.
You're saying, "Okay, footloose and fancy free. Get the fuck out of here." There's nothing here. These people, you won't see these people ever again.
No.
After tomorrow, they're gone. So you don't have a community anymore. Get the frick out of here.
Yeah, because since I've been here, I've found nothing here.
Nothing here. So you got your phone on you?
Yep.
So go to YouTube and look for Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Alba. That's my YouTube channel.
Dreamy Dreamland.
Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Alba. Do that now. That's the price of me giving you a and subscribe. All right.
It didn't take me there.
Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Owl Bob.
Spell that for me.
Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei. Let's see. Dreamy Dreamland should kind of get you there.
I got that. I hit it, but all I'm getting is books by Sarah something.
No, Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Owl Bob. OWLBOB.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so subscribe, hit the little bell, go back, and I have about 2,000 shows. And they're all, some are better than others, but they're all interesting.
Okay.
My email, when you got hold of me, is thedudewake42@gmail. But I'm pretty good at responding. The dude awake, all one thing, lowercase, the dude awake 42@gmail.
The Dude Awake
42
42
at Gmail.
at Gmail.
So anyway, you are in a really great opportunity, especially if you ask. Before you go to sleep and when you wake up, you need to pray. Conscious intent I am. Conscious intent I am. Conscious intent I am. Right? And what that is I am is God. In the Old Testament, when Moses was talking to the burning bush, he said, "Who are you? I am," right? We are part of God's work in progress. Right? So if you open yourself up to being God's love in your heart, and that's not a religion, it's just unconditional love. And you felt that before for your children. And you have Jesus' unconditional forgiveness.
Yep.
In your head.
I know that.
And that's all you need. And the dynamic is you're in service to love co-creation. And if you do that in everything you do,
That's right.
you won't have a worth.
That's right.
And you don't have to overthink shit. People just overthink everything.
Yep, they do.
And they get caught up in a belief structure.
Yep.
And it's like up to the races.
Only remember that I am a child of God.
Right? That's it. Conscious intent. And put what you want in that conscious intent. The other thing is conscious awareness.
Yeah.
You know your 20 is? You know, when you're a truck driver, they're, hey, where's your 20? Right? What the 20 is where you are right at that moment. Where are you? Right? And the other part of your conscious awareness is your 360. So if you see something coming at you, you just go the other way. So by the time it gets where you were, you're gone.
That's right.
So if you put those two little things as your toolbox and serve the we and me, you're going to be alive for another 20 years at least. Things are going to get stranger, but you're old enough to realize how strange they've already been. I mean, this is nothing compared to 1972.
Right. Nothing.
Nothing.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
Right. Exactly. And if you're consciously aware and you can see that tank coming at you, you can be over there. So that is the whole thing. And you need to start traveling. First do it around America, get the confidence. Maybe go to Mexico, maybe go to Canada. Canada has some nice, Toronto, Montreal, very nice places. Use a person like you. Get the fuck out of here. Later, girlfriend. Okay. So that's what I do day to day, Eat French fries with Hey, Fish. Good to see you. It's Jane and Fish show. Who else is here? Jane and Fish. Anyway, so we've been on for about So, do all of you guys work here? We use it.
Yeah, and I was joking, and you were like, "Okay, I'm not gonna cry." You like literally were was she wrong?
Oh well.
And I watched you do
Oh boy.
Oh,
You guys like
I
to go in?
remember that. I was joking.
Going
No, it was joking. You were drunk though. I know, and I said what I said. It was like very last minute. Don't wait that. No, that's not the second. One life draft, 4 screens, and I'm about to call it just not Well, I eat max
She said she needed a break. But then she went to Cleveland. Some guy named Lee that she met at the bank. There's no job in Ohio. I guess it's just I don't know. It's gonna take too long.
Oh yeah. Anyway. Oh sure. Okay, okay. I wasn't facing you guys. I wasn't facing you guys. Oh, you turned it around? Okay. No problem. Anyway, so you got a good idea of what's going on here, and I'm gonna get off of this. Okay.